Hello, my name is Larissa Freeman. I'm the Executive Director and founder of Cricket Alley Ministries. We are so excited that you are here tonight. We believe that God has placed each and every one of you to be a part of this event, this special event tonight called Something Beautiful. The goal for this event tonight is to share about our mission, our vision for Cricket Alley Ministries, and how we are helping women in our community get back on their feet by providing them clothing, hygiene products, styling services, and most of all, sharing with them about the love and hope of Jesus Christ. So tonight, I would like to just invite you to just enjoy the testimonies, enjoy the fellowship together. We have a serving opportunity that we are just so excited to be able to bring to you, putting together the essential boxes that we are calling the New Start boxes. So we are just so excited for you to be here tonight as part of this event. We really need to build our team here at Cricket Alley Ministries, and we're hoping that when God gives you that little nudge tonight, when you hear about the volunteer opportunities and the different ways that you can support the growth of this ministry, that you will just heed his nudge and just come talk to us about it, because there are a lot of opportunities that God is providing for our community of women to come together as a church and to serve women in need here in Wichita. So tonight we are very excited and honored to listen to 3 different testimonies from some ladies that we have mentored here at Cricket Alley Ministries. Enjoy their testimonies of their hurt, their brokenness, and their healing in Jesus Christ.
3 and 5 years ago was the lowest time of my life. That's when all of the trauma had caught up, and I couldn't move. I couldn't handle the pain anymore, and I shut down. Alcohol was involved in dealing with the pain. I had lost people in my life, death, almost lost a child, and the people that I loved and trusted the most left me. That alcohol turned to drugs. Even drugs can't numb the pain, but it sure seemed to make the days more bearable. And but in the end, that just got so scary for me that I ended up losing everything, my home, and I was watching all this time as the years had gone by and the trauma from my life repeat itself in my children's lives. And realizing at the end when I had no one that I was all that they had. And so I had to get up and fight again. But at that point I had nothing and I had no one to turn to. And so I ended up homeless. And I found Family Promise, and through Family Promise, that is where the hope came for me. I experienced and met God's people, just a love and compassion without expectation. No one treated me like, you were, that whole worthless feeling that when you know that you've been demanded and you know how horrible the world has treated you, and all of a sudden you end up in this place where there are human beings who want to help. And it gives you hope for finding a way out and realizing that you could possibly change and survive after feeling like I wouldn't. I truly got to a point where I had thought about death. I had assumed there's a possibility I wasn't going to make it. So it was, those were where I was a few years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago. Well, I heard about Cricket Alley through Family Promise, their graduates program, so I would attend classes or continue to stay connected with them. And they asked me if I'd like to come to Cricket Alley. Through Cricket Alley, you were able to help me with clothing for job interviews, clothing for church, just some of those basics that I needed. But more than that, I think bigger than that was the connection, the mentoring, text messages, just someone you can reach out to. And, or I didn't even have to reach out. I would hear from you occasionally. I would get messages. I had a mentor who I ate meals with, who even invited me to her home on Christmas when I wouldn't have had any place to go. Those were huge in my life. It's giving me hope and strength to keep going through some of that trauma that still lived in the that neglect, from childhood experiences of not having that connection in that family, and then still living it as an adult and having these strangers who constantly just welcome you and say, hey, do you want to come along? And so yes, Cricket Alley helped with that. They helped with even the Bible study, being invited to Bible study, that was important. Connection to more women, that was, and godly women, that's key there. Well, the way God is working in my life right now is that He has given me a job. I have an employer who is extremely supportive. It's hard to be a single mom and hold a job, and because sometimes life happens and things happen with your children, and often employers are not supportive of those circumstances. And I have an employer now who goes above and beyond for me as far as being supportive, even just as in conversations. And it's shocking to me just to see that. And he's also working in my life, I think through like you and Bible study and getting to meet and know more people from the church. So I don't feel like I'm just walking into a building every day where I don't know people. And so that's kind of where he's working now. He's working on healing my children. I see that. That's where I see the biggest things that he's doing right now.